So in vectors, we have completed the first topic. I'm going to move on to second topic, 7.2 representing vectors. So write the title 7.2 representing vector. Okay. So let me take a vector. Okay. Let's say we have this vector 1, 2, 3 from here, point A here, 2 units to the right, and then 3 units to the top. Let's say 1, 2, 3. On the grid, let's say we have this vector AB vector. This is 2, the horizontal length, distance, vertical distance is 3. You can write this vector AB vector using the column matrix. Actually, what is a column matrix? Just put a long bracket, write the x component here, the horizontal one is the x component and the y component. Okay, that's one column vector, AB vector. This is how you remember. Always you need to put the x1 first and the y component below. That's how you mention the vector. There is another way you can write the vector. You can write it as 2i plus 3j. Let's say you have x and y axis here. I is the unit vector along x-axis, j is the unit vector along y-axis. So there are two ways you can denote a vector. Both are correct. Okay. In my calculation, I will be mostly using this because this looks a lot easier actually. But both are correct.
Which one?
The first one. Look at my slide here.
Okay.
Okay. But both are correct anyway.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to add two vectors or subtract two vectors, for example, let's say you have a vector A is equal to 3i minus 2j. You have another vector B is equal to 2i minus j. If they ask you to find A plus B, you need to add or subtract the corresponding components. First, you can put it in the column matrix form. 3 minus 2 is A plus 2 minus 1 is B. Add the corresponding one. 3 plus 2 is 5, right? Minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. That's the answer. If they ask you to find A minus B, you write A minus B. So 3 minus 2 is 1, minus 2 minus of minus 1, which is minus 2 plus 1 is negative 1. Understand?
Yes.
Let's say they want you to find 2a minus 3b, scalar multiplication of the vectors. You put 2 outside on the vector A, 3 outside on the vector B. So first vector you multiply by 2, you will get 6 and minus 4, right?
Yes.
The second vector, when you multiply, you need to multiply each component by 3, 6 and negative 3. So 6 minus 6 is 0, minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. This is how you apply the arithmetic operations on vectors. You add or subtract the corresponding elements. When there is a scalar outside, you multiply the scalar with both elements and simplify. I want you to copy that. I'm going to move on to exercise 7b now.
Yeah.
Exercise 7b, question number 1, 2, 3 are basic one. Probably from question number 3 I take 1 or 2 just to show you. Question number 3 is this. You have 3 vectors given in the column vector form, matrix form. They want you to find these things. So probably I'll take E first. 2b, I write the vector B, plus 2c minus 3a, correct?
Yeah.
Simplify them. 2 times 11, 2 times minus 8, minus 3 times 9. Do you understand what I'm doing? Simplify.
Yeah, you just multiply.
Yes. Okay. So 22 minus 27 is minus 5, I think minus 21. Here all the numbers are negative, so it's going to be minus 23 minus 29. Copy that.
Okay, I have it now.
Minus 21 minus 9. Okay. For F,
Yeah.
half A is 97 plus half B is 11 minus 3. So multiply by half and add, you will get 9 over 2 plus 11 over 2, 7 over 2 minus 3 over 2. Simplify, you will get the answer. You will get 20 over 2 is 10, 4 over 2 is 2. That's the answer. Copy that. I'm taking one more question from the exercise now. Question number 4.
Okay.
Question number 4a. So what's the condition you learned for parallel vectors? We learned this in the previous lesson. Look at your notebook and tell me. If two vectors are parallel, what is the condition?
If it's parallel, then they're equal in length.
They're not equivalent. One vector will be scalar multiplication of another one.
Yeah.
Did you take note of it? AB is
Yeah.
equal to lambda times PQ or something. Huh? That's the
Yeah,
condition.
the-
We use
yeah.
lambda or mu here. Now read the question. Given that A is 2i plus 5j and B is 3i minus 5j, find lambda if A plus lambda B is parallel to vector I. If it's parallel to vector I, can I write A plus lambda B as a scalar multiplication of I? Instead of lambda, we are going to use mu here. Can I write it as mu I?
Yes.
Okay. Sub in the A and B here. So you will get, I'm going to use a column matrix form, column vector form. Okay. 2, 5 plus lambda times 3 minus 1 is equal to mu times I is the x component, B is 0, sorry, J is 0. Okay. Frame two equations by taking all the x components. You can frame a equation, right? Can write 2 plus 3 lambda is equal to mu, right?
So how do you know that it's 0?
Because you see only I here, it's supposed to be I and J, right?
Yeah.
The J is missing, that means it's 0. Okay?
Okay.
If it's only J, the I is 0. That's the next question actually. You understand how I frame this equation?
Yeah.
And take all these components and frame another equation. 5 minus lambda is equal to 0. Probably from here you can find lambda straight away.
Wait, can you explain the 2 plus 3 lambda equals to mu again?
That's what I asked you. You understand whether how I frame the equation. You see, when you equate them, take the x component 2, 3 lambda is equal to mu, right?
Yes.
2 plus 3 lambda is equal to mu, right?
Okay.
Take the y one now. 5 plus lambda times minus 1 is 0, right?
Yeah.
Which is 5 minus lambda is 0. Straight away you got the value of lambda already. That's it.
Yeah.
I want you to try B on your own using the same method.
Okay, I'll write A down first.
So I'm going to write the steps here. You can verify against your own. Mu A plus B is parallel to J. So how do you write the condition? Mu A plus B is equal to, you need to use a scalar, right? Use lambda here.
Yeah.
Lambda J. Do not use the same mu.
Okay.
That's wrong. Okay. And then sub in everything here. A is 2, 5. So mu times 2, 5 plus B is 3 minus 1 is equal to lambda times 0, 1.
Yeah, I got that.
Frame the first equation. 2 mu plus 3 is equal to 0. You got the value of mu already. You don't need second equation. You see, in the previous question I made a terrible mistake. You see here, lambda is supposed to be 5, right? Not 0. Correct? If 5 minus lambda is 0, lambda is 5, right?
Yeah.
Correct that mistake also. Can we move on to the next question?
Just 1 second. Okay.
Okay, the same exercise, question number 6. You have a triangle ABC. You are given the vector AB. The direction is very important. AB is given and AC is also given. Now tell me, how do you find BC here from the figure? You learned this in the previous lesson. How do you find BC? Don't look at all this thing. Don't look at this question at all. Look at just the figure and tell me, how do you find BC?
So you go B to A and then A to C.
Perfect, that's it. Simple, right? BA plus AC. Okay, if AB is this, you see AB vector is equal to 4, 3. What do you think BA would be?
-4 -3.
Perfect, -4 -3 plus AC is given as 5, 2. So 5 minus 4 is 1, minus 3 plus 2 is -1. That's the vector BC. You can write it in the column vector form, or you can write it in this form also. I minus j, 1i minus 1j. Understand? Both are correct. Take note of it, please. Look at this one now. You have ABC given and there is a condition given, b minus 2a is equal to c. They want you to find j and k. There is j here, k here. These components are missing, right?
Yes.
Just write them and equate it. That's it. Write b here, 10k minus 2 times a here, j3 is equal to c, 2, 5. Frame two equations. First take all the x components. 10 minus 2j is equal to 2. Make j as a subject. You will get 10 minus 2, 8 over 2 is 4. Frame another equation. K minus 6 is equal to 5. K is 11. You got the answer already. Do you understand this? You use this condition and sub in BAC in that condition, so you get this equation, correct? From this equation, take x components. 10 minus 2j is equal to 2. That's the first equation. Take the y component. K plus minus 6 is equal to 5. That's the second equation. Solve it.
Yeah, so it'll just be simultaneous equation.
Exactly. But the first equation gives you the value of j, the second one gives you the value of k.
Okay, I have it done.
One more question. The same exercise. The resultant of the vector is parallel to this vector. Find the value of p. Right? How do you find the resultant vector? Let's say your A is here, this A, and B is this vector. The resultant vector is this actually. It's A plus B. That's the resultant vector. So you need to find A plus B first. A plus B is equal to, A is 3 minus 2 plus B is P minus 2P, right? B.
Yeah.
You add them, you get 3 plus P minus 2 minus 2P. Leave it in this form. That's the vector A plus B, the resultant vector, right?
Yes.
Now the resultant vector, the question says, is parallel to this vector. The resultant vector a plus b is parallel to this vector. What's the condition for parallel vector?
That there are scalar multiplication.
Scalar multiplication. So I'm going to take a plus b, which is 3 plus p minus 2 minus 2p is equal to scalar times the vector c. Understand?
Yeah.
Frame two equations and solve the simultaneous equation. That's it. When you frame the equation taking the x components, you will get 3 plus p is 2 lambda, and then minus 2 minus 2p is equal to minus 3 lambda. Solve the simultaneous equations, you get the value of lambda and p. You don't need to show any step, you just use your calculator. You will get lambda is equal to 4, p is equal to 5. Though they are not interested in the value of lambda, you can just write the value of p.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Now you say part B, they want you to write the resultant vector of a and b. What is the resultant vector of a and b?
So it's just a plus b.
A plus b. A plus b is this, right?
Yeah, and then you just sub in the
Value of
to be
p.
found.
That's it. Perfect. So finally just put the value. It's going to be 8 minus 12. You can leave it in the column vector form also. Copy that please.